name's Ellie and I'm Stitching Bee here on Flosstube and also over on Instagram. Welcome to my channel all about cross stitch, crafty bargains and bees. It's lovely to be back chatting with you all again. I have had lots of new subscribers since my whip parade, which I'm absolutely delighted about and so grateful for. Thank you so much if you're new, and of course thank you to all my pre-existing subscribers. It's lovely to see you all again. I have been missing in action for a while. My work schedule's been a bit crazy. I've done back-to-back shifts going into days and nights and everything. I'm a nurse, by the way, if you don't know already. I live in Glasgow, and I'm looking forward to doing a Flosstube update today. This is going to be Flosstube number 12. I haven't had a huge amount of time to do stitching, but I have done lots of fully finishing and having a good go on the sewing machine. So hopefully you enjoy what I have to show you today. Right, so the plan for today's video is to first go through some statistics of how many days I stitched in January and what I achieved really. I'm going to show you 2 of my 3 fully finished objects. I can't show you one of them because it's a secret, but that will be revealed in the next video. I've got a new start to show you from Cotton Twine. I've got a whip to show you, which hopefully you'll all be pleased to see. And I've also got plans for my February stitching, as well as my PDF haul and main haul, and some fabric that I've hand dyed. I've decided not to do a book flip through today because I just felt there was too much going on and I wouldn't have time, but I'll definitely resume a book flip through in the next video. So buckle up, grab a beverage and let's get started. So now we'll go through the statistics of January. So I stitched for 27 days. I finished and FFO'd 3 different projects. I started 3 projects, 2 of which were starts and finishes, and I worked on 1 whip. So let's get stuck in and I'll show you my fully finished objects. Right, so my first fully finished object, I am ecstatic to show you. It's been a long time coming and it's taken me far longer than I ever anticipated, but I'm absolutely delighted to have it fully finished now. And as you probably guessed, it's my Winter Woodland Star from Liz Mathews. This is a picture of her finish of it on here. So this was a chart from the Jingle Ball. It was one of the Jingle Ball classes that I took part in. And I really enjoyed participating in the class, and yeah, was a bit behind actually stitching and finishing it, but I'm glad I've got there in the end. So that's what she wanted it, or what the called for fabric was, and the kind of more primitive look. And then I will show you what I have done. You ready? I feel like this needs a drum roll. Dun dun dun. This is mine. So as I say, this is Winter Woodland Star by Liz Mathews. I have stitched mine on a 28 count navy even weave by Zweigart. I've used the called for DMC thread conversion. And if you can see here, I'll just get a bit closer. I've had a little bit of back stitch for the antler detail and some French knots for the eyes of the reindeer. So there you go, I'll let you zoom in and have a little look at it. And then I have fully finished this in the way that Liz Mathews teaches in the class and made it into a star pillow, which was really fun to do. And I'm actually super impressed that I managed to do it because I'm not great on the sewing machine, but I managed it. So I'll flip it over and you can see the back. So as you can see, the backing fabric is a lovely kind of navy star fabric that is from the Corner Patch in Eccleshall in Staffordshire. I got this when I went home a few weeks ago. And as you can see, I followed the class exactly, so the piece is finished with a hole in the back, whereas normally I kind of leave a gap at the side and stitch it up after I've stuffed it, but I followed Liz's instructions to the letter because I didn't want to do anything wrong, and then I've just ladder stitched it shut. So it's not the neatest thing ever, but I mean it's the back so you can't really tell, and from a distance you can't really notice it. But if we go back to the front, most importantly, I've used gold beads, which I will show you here. It is the Preciosa Seed Beads 8/0 silver lined gold 20 gram bag from the bead shop, which I ordered online and is a shop based in Manchester. You can see how beautiful this pattern is. I have hand sewn on all the beads. I have I worked it out because I did it on 28 count that I'd need a few more scallops of beads than Liz had suggested. So I've done 8 per side and 7 beads per scallop. And this part took me a whole afternoon and evening. It's not difficult, but it was just very time consuming and I kept having a fight with the stuffing. But I'm delighted with how it's turned out in the end. And I think it really finishes the pillow off nicely. And then I just decided to make my own little beaded hanger so I could hang it up. And I can't wait to have this up for next Christmas. Although I think I might leave it up for a few weeks at least, just so I can enjoy it, as it has been such a long time coming. But I'm delighted with how it turned out, and thank you, Liz, for creating such a wonderful class and a beautiful pattern. And there was a little freebie that came with it as well, so I might stitch that up, but yeah, I'm just gonna sit and enjoy this for a little bit longer before it goes away. So I started that pattern on the 29th of November 2024 and finished it on the 14th of January 2025, and then only got around to FFOing it last week. But I'm delighted with how it turned out in the end. Right, so FFO number 2 is called Beehive and is a kit from DMC. This was my New Year, New Start. So I started this on the 1st of January 2025 and I finished it on the 21st of January 2025. I've stitched it 2/2 on 28 count white even weave with the kit DMC threads. And I finished it into a little pillow. So here we go. So I love the colours in this. Just zoom in a little bit closer. So as you can see, it's a beehive with all the lovely bees around it and these beautiful purple flowers. And I really wanted to incorporate the purple into the cross stitch finish because I am obsessed with purple. It's my favourite colour. So I used this beautiful fabric that I had acquired from a craft fair local to me, and used this lace trim which I purchased from Hobbycraft a while ago and has been used on a few other fully finishes of mine. And I did actually just glue this on, I did cheat there, but I've sewed the pillow together using, it's kind of on a Pfeiffer's tutorial, but then I've kind of added my own little bits and pieces to make sure I had the fabric on the side, and then I've used the same fabric on the back, and I finished this with just making a hole at the bottom and then sewing it up once I was finished. And then I felt it needed just something a little extra around the edge, so I made my own cording with 2 different colours of anchor thread, I believe it was. I've got a stash of anchor thread that I use just for making cording, and just pick colours that I have that I feel relate to the project. So I made that cording and then hand stitched it all around the edge. And I adore this. I think I'm going to put some pins in it maybe just to fully finish it off, but I'm delighted with how it turned out, and as I say, I love the purple that's there. Really pretty. Right, the next FFO, unfortunately I can't show you, but I'll definitely show you next month. But I'll pre-record a little video of it so you can see it in all its glory next month. Right, so next we're gonna go through my new start, which didn't end up being finished in January, but is a new start nonetheless. This is the Cotton Twine January 2025 club subscription box. And I've never ordered from Cotton Twine before. I mean, I've got lots of their charts from past boxes and charts from Historical Sampler Company, but I'd never actually bitten the bullet to buy one of the subscription boxes. And I saw this pattern on loads of different floss tubes and saw it advertised on their website and thought, I need to have that. It's so beautiful and the colours are just absolutely stunning. So it says, Stitching My Way to Happiness, and is finished in a gorgeous hoop. And the box arrived with the hoop in it, obviously the full kit. It came with some lovely lip salve, lip gloss, and some sweet treats in a nice tea bag. So I've been enjoying all of those. But this just won me over. I had to stitch it and start it straight away. So that is what I've done. So obviously this is incorporating a lot of February's progress as well. So I've not done as much on it in January as it appears. But I have decided to start this on a 40 count linen. I've never stitched on 40 count before, but I thought my idea for finishing this is to put it on a box. So I wanted it small enough that it would fit on the box nicely. So that's why I've done it a wee bit smaller than I would normally. So I have used the called for DMC threads, and I've stitched it 2/2, which I know is controversial for 40 count. Normally it's 1/2, but I quite like the full, the thicker kind of coverage. And I'm really enjoying stitching on 40 count. It took a bit of getting used to begin with obviously the holes being so much smaller. But I have a really good daylight lamp, which I bought from Hobbycraft about a year ago now, and I absolutely love that. And yeah, it's not a problem at all. So I've just started the Happiness. I just started in the middle, and then I've obviously worked my way down to do that corner bit with the beautiful flowers and the butterflies, and then there'll be some kind of back stitch detail for the butterflies antenna. I've got a good chunk done, and I think it'll be a really small, cute finish. I've just seen Charlie Feather's post of this, and it's absolutely beautiful. She's done it on a pink fabric, and it looks so good. And there's definitely lots of Flosstubers out there stitching it. I put the hashtag down below for the sale that's going on for this. I can't actually remember it off the top of my head, but I believe it was Marie from Stitches and Diamonds that has started the stitch along for it. So feel free to join in if you've got this pattern. Right, next I'm going to show you my whip that I worked on in January. And again, I've wanted to finish this for a long time, but other things have got in the way and I got distracted. But I'd really like to get back to this and fully finish it. Not entirely sure how yet, probably a top of a box or an ornament, not 100% sure yet, but I'm definitely making good headway on it. So this is Botanical Bee by Hands On Design, and is a gorgeous pattern of a bee with a lovely floral detail on its body and the gorgeous beehives in the corner there. So beautiful. I originally started this as a stitch along with Laura from Butterfly Stitches 83 in Cotton and Clay UK, and she has finished it, you know, many months ago, and it looks amazing. She did it on the gorgeous blue fabric, and it looks fabulous. So I changed it up a little bit and stitched it on a purple, which is hand dyed by me. I'll put a picture in of what it looked like when I showed you it in my whip parade, and then you'll be able to see the progress that I've made in January. So here we go now. So I basically, from what I can remember, I've done this other wing, I've done the rest of the body, I've stitched these 2 beehives and done the bee's legs as well. So yeah, made good progress on that. Still got a little bit to do, but it's not too daunting. Hopefully I can get that done soon. Just zoom in a little bit so you can see. Gorgeous colours, love the pinks in this. And how the white pops on the purple. Really pretty. That's only teeny tiny. So that's my progress on that one. And that, if I hadn't said already, is stitched with DMC thread, which I believe there was a conversion for. Yeah, conversion for on the back. Otherwise it is Weeks Dyeworks thread is what the called for is on a 32 count Juniper Fabrics by Stephanie. Okay, so now we're going to move on to plans, which, yeah, I know I'm a bit behind because obviously this video is quite late in going out, but I still have plans to do some Valentine stitching. And yeah, I've been very inspired by Adelaide Stitches, who is a new Flosstuber to me. She's been doing her 14 days of Valentine stitching, and I love the idea of that, and hopefully I might do something similar next year. I feel like we've got quite similar taste, and yeah, she loves Tiny Modernist, which I'm quite keen on as well. So yeah, go and watch Adelaide Stitches. I'll link her down below if you haven't seen her already. She's just released a whip parade as well. So that's a good way to see all the wonderful projects that she's been stitching on, and she seems so lovely. So anyway, I digress. So my plans for Valentine stitching are to stitch on Big Hearted Tiny Town, which I've wanted to do for a while, and I've had the chart for a while, but I hadn't actually got around to starting it, but hopefully that will change soon. So again, Laura from Cotton and Clay UK and Butterfly Stitches 83 has been part of a stitch along for this, and I believe there's a few other Flosstubers and people on Instagram that are participating. And yeah, that is one of the top ones that I want to start. Whether or not Whether or not I get it finished for February is a different story, but it looks like it stitches up quite quickly, so hopefully it won't take me too long. So that is a chart by Heart in Hand, if you were interested in purchasing it. Next one, Adelaide Stitches, I have you to thank for this. She was talking about the Primrose Cottage freebie that she received on Friday, which is a part of being subscribed to their newsletter, which I don't know why, but I wasn't subscribed to begin with, and then she said that this was the freebie, and I thought I have to subscribe now, and I wasn't sure if you'd get the freebie if you subscribe now, but thankfully I did, and I put a picture of what it looks like, and it is so me. It's just absolutely perfect. So it says Be My Valentine, and it's finished in this gorgeous little pillow. All the colours are so me. Obviously it's got bees on it, it's got beehives and things. It's just absolutely perfect. So I'm itching to start that, and hopefully we'll finish that before February ends, because it is beautiful. And to be honest, I'll probably have it out all year round because I just love it. Absolutely wonderful. So go and grab that if you can. Again, I'll link the Primrose Cottage website down below so you can subscribe to the newsletter, and hopefully you'll still be able to get the pattern if you want it. My final piece that I'd like to start, again, these are all new starts. I know I'm trying to get the whips down, but it's not really happening. But I just keep getting enabled by all these new charts, and yeah, I love Valentine stitching. So the final one that I want to start is called Valentine's Day Quaker, and that is by Primrose Cottage as well. I love so many of their designs, and I'll put a picture in here of what it looks like. I've got some gorgeous hand-dyed threads that I'd like to use to be able to stitch this. It's kind of a monochromatic piece, but obviously if you use the hand-dyed threads it gives a bit of intrigue to it, and I love that pink that they've used. It's beautiful, and I'll probably stitch it on a slightly different coloured fabric, but I haven't decided yet. I need to have a little look through my fabric basket, which is forever doubling, tripling in size. It's crazy. But I like to have choice is the main thing. So they're my main plans, and I was going to do a plans video originally. I said that at the start of the year, outlining what I'm going to do for the rest of the year, and as this year has gone by so far and so fast, I haven't had a chance to go through my cross stitch stash and kind of put everything in a spreadsheet like I wanted to. So I've decided to not do a plans video and just give you an update of my plans per month, because they do change all the time, and yeah, I don't want to kind of set plans and then not stick to them. So I feel like if I do it monthly, then that will be more realistic for me. And yeah, I'll hopefully get some whips done and finished, and yeah, there'll be plenty of new starts, that's for sure. And I was contemplating doing March Madness potentially, so yeah, we'll see. Need to plan that again as well. I feel like I've barely got enough time to do stitching, so the whole planning thing takes ages as well, but yeah, we'll see how we get on. So now I'm really excited to show you my hand-dyed fabrics that I dyed when I was at home a few weeks ago. And I've done hand dyeing a fabric once before, and I followed Sew Me Sarah's YouTube tutorial, so I'll link that down below if you're interested in having a go yourself. I just used the Dylon dye, and all it is 600 mils of hot water, a teaspoon, is it a teaspoon or 3 teaspoons? Can't remember. Go and watch the video to get the actual quantities. But a bit of salt, a bit of the dye of the colour that you'd like, and I just do it in ice cream tubs. And yeah, just have fun with it. It's great. So these are all the fabrics that I have dyed, which are varying from 28 to 32 count, and I'd been collecting just plain white or antique white, so I got fabric to have a go at dyeing. I have got one that is M&G Textiles, which I had to go at, but I'm not so keen on the texture of it. It feels quite thick, so I wouldn't purposely buy their fabric again to use as a base. But all the Zwei got ones are absolutely beautiful. You can see the range of colours there. Gorgeous pinks and purples, a light blue, a grey one, that fabulous bright pink, and then the green and the orange at the top. So I won't show you them all because we'll be here forever, but I'll quickly show you some of them, and I'll use my board so you don't get any light reflecting in the back. So this one went a little bit wrong because it ended up getting stuck to one of the blue fabrics. So we've got some blue splatters over it, but I thought it didn't really matter too much because I can use it for Halloween, so it can look a little bit, you know, not perfect. So that was one of the orange ones. Let me show you, I think it was this blue one that was my favourite. It's amazing how different they all turn out on different counts of fabric and different sizes of fabric. There you go, you can see it's mainly blue, and then it's got some gorgeous purpley mottling and a kind of lighter blue breaking through at the top. So that one's one of my faves. So this bright pink one I thought would be perfect for Valentine's Day stitching. So I did iron all these once I dyed them, but they've been put in their little plastic bags and travelled in a bag up the motorway back to Glasgow. So yeah, they're a little bit crushed. This is a gorgeous green one. There we go. I thought a nice kind of foresty piece would go nicely on that. I've got a lovely blue. Again, I won't open out the whole thing. That's kind of a lighter blue, more of a sky blue. And I love stitching on sky blue, so I think I'll use that for lots of different things. I've got the kind of darker purple, more kind of grey tones. I've got a slightly lighter purple, which has got a little bit of blue in it. And I tried to dye a piece for stitching bluebell on. So I'm thinking I'm going for one of these kind of light purples that have got the hint of blue. That was the aim for that one. Again, that's similar kind of tones, little bits of blue in it. Again, another sky blue. Oh, I love this one. This is a pink. I put quite a lot of mottling in it. I'll show you half of it. If you can see it so well there, but it's got little bits of white in it. It's not all perfectly one colour. But yeah, so that was my little attempt at fabric dyeing. And I hope to do a lot more. It's just that we live in a rented flat at the moment, and there's white walls and white everything, so you know, getting fabric dye out isn't really the best thing to be doing, so I just do it when I go home. So that's why I kind of do a lot, and then we'll have a break from it for a good while. But yeah, I really enjoy it, and I highly recommend that you check out Sarah's video and have a go if you're interested, because it is great fun. Right, so now we're going to move on to PDF haul, which are all PDF patterns that I've purchased recently. And yeah, I'll put pictures up and tell you who the designer is, so hopefully you can go and find them. So number one is from Daily Magic Stitch, and this is from Etsy. I believe all of these are from Etsy unless I otherwise say. So Daily Magic Stitch, it's called Owl, and it's this beautiful sampler of an owl in the middle, and then beautiful motifs around the edge. I think it's a really gorgeous autumn design and would look lovely in a frame or stitched onto a cushion. It's quite versatile. There's a lovely squirrel one as well that they have designed, which would complement it quite nicely, although I did resist buying that. But I really love the owl one. And you could even stitch the owl just by itself and make it into a little pillow as well. Lots you can do with that one. Next, I don't know if I'm going to say this right, it's Noteki Designs, and this is Autumn Tree. Again, a really small one that could be stitched into an autumnal pillow. It's just a little tree with its autumn foliage and gorgeous oranges and browns and yellows in that one. Really pretty. Next, the designer is My Brave Stitch, and I purchased the hummingbird, and I'm obsessed with hummingbirds. I keep buying hummingbird charts and thinking I could have a hummingbird wall. I mean, there's no end to the fun. I'm really drawn to their vibrant colours and the purples and the teals in them. They're just really pretty, and anything to do with flowers I love as well. So a combination of a hummingbird with a flower is just perfect. And next we have Winter Bird, which I believe is a new pattern by them, and they were having a really good sale on at the time, and you got a further discount if you purchased that pattern. So I'm not entirely sure what type of birds they are, if they're coal tits or great tits or something else. But yeah, really nice wintry piece, which would look lovely again on a cushion or framed. Really, really nice. Next we have a long list from Daily Cross Stitch, and I love their patterns because they're so small and versatile and can be made into lots of lovely ornaments and given as gifts to people. So the first one is called Save the Bees, and I think you can see why I got this, because obviously I love bees. And I thought this would make a really nice little pillow. I've got some honeycomb even weave that I'd love to stitch it on, which would just kind of make it even more interesting, and I've got lots of lovely bee fabric to back it if I was going to make it into a little pillow. Next we have Heart Flower Pot. This is a cute one that could be done for Valentine's Day, could be made into a little cross-stitched card, or again made into a small pillow. Really simple design, probably can easily stitch it in a day, and as you can see it's a flower heart tree kind of thing, and it's really pretty. Lovely colours in that one. Then we've got Shelly Dancers, which is good for Halloween, which is 3 skeletons in kind of Halloweeny colours, all linking up and dancing, which again I thought would look really nice, maybe on a black fabric. Yeah, I love changing up fabrics, I just get really excited by it. I guess because I've got quite a wide choice, I always like to try and challenge myself and find different ways and looks for different patterns that aren't necessarily shown in the model stitch. So I would probably stitch that one on black if I was doing that. Valentine Bear, again really cute Valentine's Day one, little bear holding a heart, really cute gift, and again would make a lovely card. Then we've got Black Teacup Cat. I just think this is adorable. I used to have a black cat when I was a child, and yeah, he was adorable. He slept a lot and didn't really socialise with people, but you know, I still loved him. So this Black Teapot Cat reminds me of him, and I just think it's really sweet. Then we've got Snails in Love, which I adore. I mean, snails are just so cute, and they make adorable cross-stitch patterns. So again, I'd probably stitch this onto a little cross-stitch pillow, although it would make a really nice Valentine's card, and I was actually considering stitching this for my boyfriend this year, but maybe I'll save it for next year. But I definitely would like to stitch it sooner rather than later. And finally we have, oh, one more, sorry, Turtle Birthday Balloon. Again, as a turtle with balloons attached to him, and I think he's so sweet. Again, would be a lovely birthday card idea, and I think that's what I might do for that one. And then Otter Love. I love otters, and I really want to start that Rendale Designs otter one that I know has been a stitch along for a good while now, and yeah, I really want to get on board with that. So that reminded me of that one. That was a little bit quicker, so I'll put the picture of the one I mean with the magazine as well. But yeah, this is called Otter Love. Now we go on to the design at Mrs. Magic Stitch, and I think I saw this on a Facebook group. Someone had stitched this up initially, and then I had to do a bit of detective work to find out where it originated from. And I love doing detective work when it comes to patterns on Etsy. You go down a whole rabbit hole and never know what you're going to find. But I really love this Easter sampler. It's got some gorgeous chickens on, and again, I'd like to make part of this into a drum. So I'm going to take the row of chickens and then the flowers, I think it's at the bottom, and put that up at the top as well and make it into an Easter drum, because you need a drum for every season, of course. So that's what I'll do with that one. And then, as I say, all those ones I previously mentioned you can find on Etsy. This one is from the Love Puppet Patreon, and exciting news, Claire has opened her Patreon shop now. So I believe if you sign up to her Patreon, you can go and look in the Patreon shop and buy patterns that she's released in months previous. So you can get Octopus Bubble and the gorgeous Seahorse one, which I know are quite popular charts because they're just so gorgeous. And this is her release for January. This is called Winter Moon, and I believe she's changing the date that she released the patterns now, so it'll be the 1st of every month. So you can still get this one if you sign up now, and you can also get the February design, which is beautiful. Then hello from Liz Mathews Patreon. I love being part of both their Patreons. I just think they're absolutely outstanding. All the work that both of those designers produce is excellent, and I love all the patterns. And Liz's one for January was no exception. This is called Sweetheart, and she has stitched it in lots of different colorways and shows you how different it looks on different fabric. And I can't wait to start this one at some point as well. It's really beautiful, so intricate. 2 gorgeous birds in there with the flowers all around it, contained within a beautiful heart. So yeah, go and check out Liz Mathews Patreon as well, because you can still get that one, I believe, up until the 15th of the month. Right, where do we start with haul? I have got quite a lot, so we'll have to whiz through this and I hope you enjoy it. So first of all, there were some fabrics and some items that I forgot to show you last month, so I'll quickly show you those first. So I won't go through it in too much detail, but I got a lovely wad of fabric from Stitchtastic. Highly recommend them if you haven't shopped with them before. Really fast delivery, really reasonable prices, and is a place that I tend to get most of my fabric from. So I've got a lovely navy, a lovely dark blue. So I'm not going to take them out of the bags because they're folded so nicely. Lilac and lavender. It's all 32 count. Nice olive. I love this one, Sahara. Vintage Country Mocha, which I've heard about so many times but never actually stitched on. I'll have to put these down. We've got Vintage Pink Marble, Vintage Teal Marble, and Vintage Grey. All the ones with the lovely mottling. So as I say, that's from Stitchtastic, and I'll link their shop down below in the description box. Next we have these lovely boards, which I purchased from Home Bargains. This is a honey bee one. Yeah, bamboo, beehive bamboo serving board. And obviously you've got the design printed on the front, and it's just plain on the back. My idea is to use these for finishing. It's a really good size, probably about the size of my head, and yeah, it would give you enough space to put some gorgeous fabric on the back maybe, and to mount your cross stitch piece, and obviously you could use either side. So with that same vein, I got a few different ones. So I got this lovely gingerbread house. Again, you can use the decorative side or just use the plain back, and obviously you could use this for any kind of design. So a new home design. I used a wooden block for a home sweet home piece that I did for my friend. I'll put a picture up if you haven't seen it before, with this kind of same idea, but obviously really pretty if you just want to display it as well with the gorgeous design on the front. Then also got Christmas tree, so I thought that would be nice, and that's got a hole in the bottom so you can hang it up, or I don't know, tether it down. Not quite sure of the logistics of it, but again, a nice little shape. And then finally I got the gingerbread man, and I thought I could use that side probably and paint them, and yeah, no end of fun that you can have with those. Also, I'm really delighted to share my Hobby Jobby kit that I actually won in their recent giveaway, which I was so excited about. This is called Night Owl, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. Again, love all the detail in that and all the colours and the purple flowers. I think it's so stunning. So this is a full kit with everything you'll need inside of it. And thank you very much, Hobby Jobby, for gifting this to me as I won their giveaway. Never won their giveaway before, it was really exciting. Right, next I'm going to show you these big things. Again, I feel like I've gone a bit rogue this month. But right, these, hear me out. This idea I got from the Cheshire Stitcher, Lindsay. She said she'd gone to her local curtain kind of fabric shop and asked if they had any of the sample books, because when the line's discontinued, they then either give or sell the sample books, and they've got a whole range of different fabrics in them that can be used for cross-stitch pillows and all sorts of things. So this is going to be literally impossible to show because it's absolutely massive, but I'll just show you a couple of the pages if I possibly can. So You see it's got some gorgeous hedgehogs, some stags as well, gorgeous tartan ones. Look at this squirrel one. Really pretty. And then, so I can't really show you many of them because I'll end up hurting my arm. But again, gorgeous floral ones. And these would make gorgeous little cushions. Obviously the backing fabric. This is a big favourite of mine because I live in Scotland. Just about to see the thistles there. Oh gosh, it's huge. So basically you get the squares of fabric in this huge booklet, and it's absolutely jam-packed full of fabric, and you can just cut those out and use them as backing fabric or to make little bags or anything really. So I got this for a tenner from a curtain shop that was local to me when I went home to visit my parents, and yeah, really chuffed with that. And then I also, in the same shop, got a slightly smaller one, which is a little bit easier to show. Same idea. This one's a bit more out there. Look at the birds there, isn't that beautiful? And there's a few here that I thought would be quite up Charlie's Feathers Street. A gorgeous tree. Beautiful feathers there. And yeah, oh look at that, I really like that one. So yeah, it's all just, and then this one was quite good as well because it's got the paper as well as the fabric, so it's for wallpaper as well. Look at that peacock. So wild, so amazing. So they'd be really good for framing as well if you use paper at the back of the frame rather than just fabric. So I was absolutely over the moon with them, really delighted, and yeah, highly recommend checking out any fabric shops, anything that sells curtains, carpets, probably curtains more so than carpets. I don't think you can do much with carpet material, but yeah, just see if they're having a sale on, if they've got any of these books that are end of line, and yeah, you can pick them up for a really reasonable price. Also, in terms of bargain hunting, and you know, I like to share all my hints and tips. I also went to Dunelm recently, and they had some amazing fabric that was only £1 per metre. So I'll just show you this here. I got this for £1, and it's a full metre of fabric, and I want to make a project bag out of that. Really inexpensive. And then I also saw these pillowcases, which were reduced to £1.50. And again, because they're cotton, I thought I can use, oh, they are a bit polyester, but I thought I could use them for the backing of pillows as well. Really sweet. So you've always just got to think, you can always repurpose things and make some beautiful things out of them. Right, on the subject of fabric, I will quickly show you some of the fabrics I bought from a range of different shops. Just like to get them all out there. So this is from Corn Country Crafts, which is a beautiful quilting shop in Nottingham in Eastleigh. Highly recommend if you've never been before. They also do classes, sewing machine classes and quilting classes, and if I lived closer I would be there all the time. But I got some gorgeous Scotty dog fabric, beautiful purple house one. Look at that. So pretty, gorgeous greens and golds. These were just in their scrap bin, the moth fabric, lovely green, and then the spider webby one, which I thought would be perfect for Halloween. So that's Corn Country Crafts. And then I also went on a trip to Perth recently and bought some, it wasn't Perth, it was Edinburgh actually. Found a lovely fabric shop as well, which I'll put the name of down below because I've forgotten it off the top of my head. Bought some lovely heart buttons from there and some gorgeous fat quarters of fabric as well. And I felt this one in particular would be great for finishing the Primrose Cottage pillows. Yeah, that's really nice. And then again, they had these ones in the sale for £1.50, so well worth checking that out. And then finally, I'm nearly done with fabric, don't worry. This is from the Corner Patch, which I mentioned previously was the fabric that I used for the back of my winter Woodland Star pillow. They have got some beautiful fabrics and I'm obsessed with this one. Look at this. It's obviously honeycomb fabric, but all pinks. So this is going to be perfect for a Bee Valentine's pillow finish. Can't wait to use that. And then I couldn't resist this stack of gorgeous marbled fabrics in all different colours. So yeah, I love my fabric. I'm a bit obsessed, to be honest. I think I've got a fabric addiction as well as a cross stitch addiction. But yeah, just had to share all those. So I'll link all the shops down below, and if you're local to the area, definitely go and check them out. And I did mention Perth earlier, so there's a lovely fabric shop in Perth as well, which I'll link down below, called This Little Stitch, I believe it's called. So yeah, always on the hunt for new fabric shops. I love them. Right, in terms of the haul, we have got this gorgeous project bag that I was able to snag in Pauline's Sobe Bags Instagram sale. It was a bit cutthroat. Everyone was fighting to get the bags they wanted, but I was delighted to be able to purchase this one. Same on front and back, really good gusseted bottom. And look at the fabric inside, is absolutely beautiful. It's all little houses. Totally up my street. Really like that. So that's a really decent sized project bag, which can now home a nice new project. This isn't strictly cross stitch related, but I saw it on Etsy again and also wanted to share it. This is called Barnacroft, and it's a sewing pattern by Michelle Goodfield, and it is absolutely beautiful. And again, I'll link her shop down below. Called just check. So Thimblewood is the shop name, and it's to make this beautiful felted cottage, and the kit comes with everything you possibly need to make it. And you know how I love a cottage, so that's right up my street. Next we have some hand-dyed threads from KLT Charting. Again, I've heard of them before, but never actually shopped with them before. But oh my, I was impressed. Really reasonable price and some beautiful threads. So this is called Galactic Quest. So I got 2 of each because I was scared of running out. So it's gorgeous purples and blues. Really pretty. Then we've got Gone Fishing, which is light blue and fade into a slightly darker blue. Then we have Maloka. Again, gorgeous purple. Really pretty. And then finally Summer Blooms, which I believe is out of stock now. I couldn't resist that gorgeous pink. And how good would that look on a Valentine's pillow? Oh, so yummy. Right. Oh, one more I forgot. Pink gin. Beautiful. So pretty. Next is a chart that I found on Facebook Marketplace. It's a Brenda Duvet chart, and I've never really stitched any Brenda Duvet before. They're not really a style that necessarily appeals to me. So I saw this chart on Facebook Marketplace, and yeah, it was a really good price. I thought it's so sweet and right up my street, so I purchased it. And this is called Spring Awakens, and I'm gonna stitch it for Easter. Look at those 2 bunnies. But obviously it's all the bees that also drew me in, and those gorgeous purple flowers, the little bird and the I was going to say sleigh, it's not a sleigh, you know what I mean. Really cute. Adorable chart. Also, speaking of adorable charts, I don't know what happened to me, but I suddenly had this streak of luck. It's probably never going to happen again, but I won the Coffee Craft Fabrics giveaway as well. And yeah, I haven't shopped with her before, but I really enjoyed looking through her website and got so overwhelmed with all the fabric choices that I decided to buy charts instead. But I definitely would go back and buy some of her fabric in the future. And the 2 charts that I purchased were this gorgeous Stacey Nash chart, and it's called Spring Chickens Pin Keep. and I've got quite a few Stacey, I really struggle to say her name, Stacey Nash charts. I've got a lot of her animal crackers, but I thought this was just so cute. I really like it. And then the other one I got, which I've mentioned previously, is Big Hearted Tiny Town by Heart and Hand. So this is getting stitched this month for sure. That's those. Then we have my haul from Mary's Cross Stitch. Highly recommend her website as well. A huge range of charts and kits for sale, and yeah, really beautiful. So was it probably Charlie Feathers maybe influenced me on these? I can't remember. Yeah, I think with this one, but I just then got hooked because there was a sale on. So these are designs by Alyssa, and it's a full cross stitch kit. So this one's called Forest Tales, Spring Has Come, and it's this beautiful bear talking to this bird. Is that not just so special? And these lovely snowdrops. Oh, stunning. And then I also got Winter Came Snowy. Really like that as a small little pillow or in a little frame. Oh, this is so sweet. This is called Forest Tales Bunny and Hedgehog. And they're just holding hands. So cute. And then look at the squirrel. This is just called Squirrel. A little pine cone. Adorable. So yeah, these kits are all from Alyssa. Alyssa is the designer, and they're from Marie's Cross Stitch, which is an online shop. These little needle minders I got from Cotton and Clay, Laura. Look at them. This was the needle minder of the month. And then I couldn't resist a little otter as well with the heart, because I wanted to do that pattern that I mentioned previously. These little frames I picked up just in the charity shop, and then all stuck together. Thought they'd be cute for finishing because they're very floral. And then I have got this little kit that my mum found in one of the charity shops, gifted to me. Cute little duck. These ones I found in my cupboard when I went home, because I used to cross stitch when I was a child, so I've got them all stashed away. So I've got all these mouse loft kits of the Cat by the Fire, this Jane Greenough kit of a village church, which I think would look lovely on a kind of brighter fabric, kind of modernise it a little bit. I've got the mum one, Mum with Love, little snowman, a fat kitten, looks quite evil actually, a little cupcake, and a Scotty dog, and then a Viveco kit, which is a butterfly and some flowers. So those were little finds. Oh, and this little bee. Those were finds in the cupboard at home. This again was from a charity shop, and I'm sure you can see why I bought it. It was only a 50p and has all these lovely little cottages in them. I might change the colours up a little bit because they are quite bright, but that middle one really drew me in. Really love that. Again, whilst rummaging through cupboards at home, found some gorgeous beads I can use for making pins. I also found some Oliver Twist Lucky Bag fancy threads that I could use for finishing. Oh my, this one I'm obsessed with. This is called Splendor of the Orient and is a sunset kit, which is the company's name before it was called Dimensions. And I saw this on either, I think it was Vinted, for a really reasonable price, and I thought, why have I not bought that before? That's crazy. That is so up my street with that gorgeous purple outfit. I need that. And then I realised it was a stamped kit, and that's why I hadn't bought it previously. But I thought I'll buy it anyway and see if there's a way that I can do it as a counted cross stitch. And that is exactly what I plan to do. So the pattern does come with a chart. So obviously the fabric has got the printout of the pattern shape on it. And so the pattern that you do get with it hasn't got the full set of grids, but is doable enough. It's got symbols and things, so I thought I can work that out. So I'm going to stitch that as a counted cross stitch and just change the fabric out, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. Can't wait to stitch that one. Oh gosh, another cottage. There we go. really cute with the apple tree. And that was, I think, a Vinted find. Just gone rogue now. This is embroidery. This is a Dimensions embroidery kit called Colourful Hydrangea and is from 1999. And again, it's printed, and I will have to do this on the printed fabric, but I thought I do want to get better at embroidery, so I'll give that a go, and it's very much my colours. Oh, now, these kits have a bit of a story, and cost me a fortune because I had to pay custom charges and didn't realise that I would. So yeah, if you're going to order from this company, I'd recommend ordering from their Etsy shop because yeah, I got hit hard by the customs fees. But anyway, they're here now and that's the main thing, and they are beautiful kits, and I do recommend their company, but just be careful that there's costs out there that you're not necessarily fully aware of until you get the letter through the post. So this is called Golden Bee, and this is a beautiful embroidered bee kit with obviously cross stitch and then the bead embellishments for the wings. And this wasn't on Etsy, so that's why I ordered from their website instead. The kits have come all the way from Ukraine, and as I say, they're an absolute fabulous company. I've ordered from the Etsy shop before as well and not had any customs fees. As I say, it's just their website that you get hit by that, but really beautiful kits and do recommend them. Then this one is called Bird of Paradise, and this is a hummingbird, and oh, I fell in love with this. Look how beautiful that is. So kind of almost black work for the wings and the rest of the flowers, but oh, it's so detailed. I love it. Really, really nice. And then First Dawn, which is a tree basically with all seasons. And again, I thought this was absolutely breathtaking. So ecstatic to have those in my stash now. Right, we're nearly there. Oh, I got some beads, again from the charity shop, they were just 50p. Oh, I got this big book of cross stitch book, which is really good actually. It's the Reader's Digest one. I'll do a flip through properly of it another time. It's not really any pages I can show you without charts on easily, but yeah, it's quite a hefty, thick book. Again, I got this off eBay or Vinted for only a couple of pounds, and it was obviously that rose that really drew me in to buy it. So yeah, lots of floral designs in here, really good range if you're interested. And then I can't remember if I'd shown these before, so I'll just quickly whisk through them. This is called Scandinavian Cross Stitch Designs, and then we've also got cross stitch florals, and it was this one that really drew me in. Really nice. So this is called Cross Stitch Florals by Marie Barber. This one, Scandinavian Cross Stitch Designs, is by Jana Holschild Lindberg. Probably not how you say it. And as I say, this one is the Reader's Digest. I think that is everything. Thank you so much for sticking with me today, and I hope you've enjoyed everything that I've had to show you. Thank you again for all the wonderful subscribers that I've got, all new and pre-existing. Really appreciate all your support, all your lovely comments, and yeah, your likes, and feel free to subscribe if you're not already. Really appreciate it, and I'll hopefully see you back at the start of March. So take care, happy stitching, bye!